Hey everybody, Swab here. So today I want to take a look at a game called Aethermon Collect. This is by Aethermon Studios and designed by Chris Ning, Sarah Whillier, and then the character art, or the creature art, is by Fabio Porta, and the glyph or emblem art on these cards is designed by Miguel Gaton. And this is a nice, simple game in terms of a solo or co-op game where you are collecting sets using rows and columns on a grid. It also has a competitive mode, but I won't be showing you that today, unfortunately. But that's what really first got me interested. I watched Board Game Co.'s discussion on the game, and while discussing it, they started actually playing, and they couldn't seem to stop really playing the competitive mode, and that really was what enticed me to take a look at this. So this is a print and play, which is available to anybody. So normally I don't do print and plays, but this being only 4 pages to print for the solo and an extra page if you're going to play competitively. So 4 pages for co-op, 5 pages for competitive. Means it's pretty affordable to get printed. So I've got the beginning of it set up. This is just to help me put things out because you're going to be doing a 7x7 grid, and I want to make sure it fit on camera. Here's the rest of the cards here, and you can see they're kind of inspired by those catch-em-all kind of games. And right now, they're just kind of pictures with numbers, and you can collect up sets. And as we start playing, I'll kind of talk you through how the solo mode works. But these are some of the kind of creatures look like a little bit more up close compared to what you're going to see here in the game itself. That middle square with the red die is going to be our starting spot, and that's going to be the only spot that's going to be empty. And then we're going to build a 7x7 grid with that being the centerpiece. So here we have some of it laid out. I'm going to lay out the rest of it right now in a random order. Alright, so that's all laid out for us there, and that's every card that comes in the game except for the artifact cards. So if you're going to hunt down this game, that's what you get. As I say, the print and play is free. You can also, on GameFound, grab a premium print and play, which has card backs with lore, or of course a box copy of the game with different extras. So the game's going to work as a solo player. It's the same as a 2-player, at least to my knowledge, which means that you're going to be taking turns drafting or grabbing cards on this grid, and each player is going to be able to move one direction, either horizontally or vertically. The first player that goes gets to pick which way they want to start, and then after that, the other player can only go the other direction, and they're going to alternate back and forth. And the goal is to collect up our sets. So here, for example, we have Spark Kitty, worth 1 point at the end of the game, and they have 3 different pieces to their set, with little pictures of what they actually, like, where their other matches are. So again, here's their other match, and here's their third match. And if you could get all 3 of these as a player, then not only do you score the points, which is 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, but you also double it because you've got the whole set, which means that it's worth 12 points if you can grab all 3. Some of them, like this guy here, only has 2 cards in a set, so here's piece 1, and here is piece 2. So that's worth 1, plus 2 is 3, doubling that is 6. And then some of them, like this guy here, they only have a single card in their set, so they are it. So they're just worth 3 points. You don't get to double that one. And the goal is to get as many points as possible, and then add our points together on both sides, the horizontal player and the vertical player, or the row player and the column player, depending on how you want to look at it. And then add them up and see how you do. The other big hiccup is that if someone grabs one piece of a set, then they're the only one who's allowed to grab the other pieces of that set. So if one player grabs this, the other side can't grab this. It's going to be the same person or same side has to grab both. So let's get into it. We're going to make this side of the screen the horizontal player. We'll make this side of the screen the vertical player. And I'm going to mark that with some guitar picks, so don't forget. So we'll start with the horizontal player, and we're going to work through. The big thing really we're going to be looking for is trying to help each other out and get things that are not going to get trapped. Because if we can't make a move, then the game is over. And obviously we can't collect all of these. There's going to be a couple left behind. And see how efficient we are. So horizontal player is going to maybe just move simply to grab the monkey. And now they're looking to try to get the rest of the set, and the other player is trying to avoid trying to have to take it, because if they do, the game will be over. Now we're going to go up and down. Here's the 2 pieces of the monkey, so we would like to help him get those, but of course we can't go down and take this because that would be it. So, let's see what we could do. Well, why don't we take Ocean Veil? That's their side. And this side, horizontal side, they're going to try to help us get Ocean Veil, I think. So, they're going to move over and grab Fallen. And so now they got 2 sets to work on. And the vertical player is going to grab this. So now I just need to get one more, which is Equinix over here. Horizontal player, not too excited about anything that they could pick up, but why don't they go and grab Infernix? Just an easy 3 points. That's the whole set right there. So I'm just going to put that off to the side because I don't need to worry about that anymore. They have the whole set. And the vertical player is going to come and grab the bear, or 1/3 of the bear's series, Plutorus. And so now they're trying to get both the seahorse and the bear. And that thankfully lined us up so that we can now, on this side, grab a piece of the monkey. So now we have 1 and 3 points for the monkey. They still need to get this one way over here. Alright, so our vertical player needs to get more of the bear. Why don't they grab this bear? Getting a little dangerous here because these cards are going to be harder to get now because there's not that many in the row. We can move this way now 1 way. Why don't we grab and start working on this deer? So now we've got lots of things we're trying to work on. That nicely set up the other side so they can come down, have Equinix, and now they have that full set. So that full set is done. We're just going to tuck them away for now up here. Horizontal, well, this is the 3rd step of this guy. That might be an interesting one. Yeah, let's do that and play that safe. I'm going to grab that. There. And we really need to get this last piece of monkey, so why don't the vertical player set them up by taking this cute little red panda dude. That's only a 2-set one. And that sets them up for there so they can grab the monkey. And now that set's done, they got all 3 of their skulls. We've got lots of choices up here. That was actually a great play because it set us up here to get the last piece of the bear. Now that is done. We've got 1, 2, 3. So that's me 12 points at the end. That's a nice play. And, oh, interesting. That sets them up to get the last piece of their deer. Why don't we do that? There we go. 1, 2, and 3. All of that set done. Now going down, we can't go here because they have the spider. So we don't want them to be able to get that. Or we don't want to take that by accident. So we can get a bee, the elephant, spark kitty. There's lots left in this row, so they're going to go down here. Let's have more plays. Hopefully more choices. Player, we can't go take this, or horizontal player, we can't take this one because that would, they're hunting that set. This is worth a lot of points. Let's just go here and take him. 3 points right off the bat, so we can just put him aside. Solagon, a solar dragon. And now vertical. Interesting. Nothing we need, but we could help get this guy set up. So we're going to go and take the beginning of this electric dog. We got a lot of sets we're working on, not a lot we're filling. But that is useful to help them collect up their spider they needed. Now they got both part 1 and 2 of the spider set, so that's worth 6 points. 3 doubled. Now the problem, of course, is vertically. Now it's ourselves up to only have these 2 choices left, which I don't love. Go here, have them take this, and then we're going to come across. Oh wait, hold on, wrong way around. That goes there, and they're going to come take that. All right, so that leaves us set up now for our vertical player to figure out what they're going to do. Sets a vertical player up, not for a whole lot of choice. In fact, if the vertical player takes his cat, then the game would be over because the horizontal player can't take this or this. I might put myself in a bad spot. So let's instead, they got nothing going on. Let's get ourselves lined up here for something. Maybe going here because there's lots of choice. So again, they got another 3-pointer. Their cloud whale. Okay, so my mistake. This should really have gone over to the vertical player. It doesn't matter because it's a 3-point card. It's just going to be added together anyway, but that's going to go over here. So that means the horizontal player's got this pick. So they can pick from this, which they can't take because they're working on that. But everything else is free. This one here is really tempting, so 3-point is great, but that's going to leave us with fewer options. So let's not do that. Let's grab this flamekin. No. Let's go and grab this gorilla. Call him a gorilla, but he's really a full gorilla. And he's going to go here for the horizontal player, and he's just his own piece, so we don't have to worry about getting a set there. Now we're going vertically. We've been working on that elephant, and maybe it is time for us to finish the elephant. Not finished, obviously, sorry. My apologies. Grab another piece of the elephant. I can't, however, grab this one ever, because then the horizontal player would have to take one of these 2, and I'm working on these over here for the vertical player, so that would end the game. So the only option they really have is to grab the leafy. So we know this one can't be finished, but we're going to leave it here so we don't forget that we're working on that. Or sorry, that we're the player with the elephant, the vegetable elephant. But man, yeah, we'll never be able to finish this set. So that's only going to be worth 4 points. We can't ever get our 12. That's a huge blow for us. Now we're back to our horizontal player. And they don't have anything to work on. That's still yet. And they probably never will. No, that's a lie. They will at some point. If we go over here, that's an easy 3-pointer. That's good. And that gives lots of available choices here, including this one, which we really do want. Do we want to take that gamble? Let's do that. So we're going to head over here, and we've got yet another 3-point guy. This one, I know he's really cool. I like him. And now our horizontal player. Let's try to grab Flamekin. And now we have the 1 and 3. Getting that 2, I don't know if we're going to get that or not, but we'll find out. A horizontal player could grab this tortoise, and that leaves us a couple different choices here. But I think he's going to hop here. Yeah. I think we're going to hop here, and we're going to grab this another 3-pointer. So again, horizontal player doing a lot of that. Vertical player now, they could hop over. I think they will. This might bite us, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to hop over here, grab Fog Pad. And they got yet another thing they're working on. And then the horizontal player is going to grab this bird. Imitril. It's a wind-based bird. There's that glyph in the bottom on either side of the name. Who was it? Miguel. Miguel designed. And we'll keep that there. They're working on the bird. And then our horizontal player might as well finish up. Ooh. No, can't get this one because I'm in the game. Because then the horizontal player will pick one of these 2, which are both for the vertical player. So it's going to come here and grab Frogpole. and Frog Pad are a set. They're a two-piece set, as you can see with the two here. So that means that they are done. And the horizontal player now has a couple different picks. Where would they like to go? Here would be dangerous. It only leaves a couple options open for movement for the vertical player, but going anywhere at this point is kind of getting it tight. Yeah, this is incredibly tight. Why don't we have the horizontal player come here and grab the bird? Or sorry, the bunny. And this is Velopin, which is the middle of the three, right? The two-pointer. And the only option that the vertical player has left is to come here and grab this 3-point card. Now, coming across here, grabbing that bunny is very tempting, and I think reasonable to do. So they're going to come across and grab one rabbit, so they now have the 1 and the 2. And we have been working on the electric dog, so we could grab that next piece of the electric dog. I think that's the right move. So I got the 3 and the 2. Interestingly now, I think it is time to come here, finish off the magic rabbit, pulling Stardust out of their sack. This is a great 3-pack. I really love these guys. Hopefully that's in camera. Vertical player now has some choices. They could come up here, but that would force him to go here, and then that would be the end of the game. So 1, 2, 3, which would be 6 more points, and we leave a lot on the table. The vertical player also can't go here because the horizontal player is working on the bird. So they, you know what, I think we have put ourselves in quite a bad spot. I think this might end the game for us in a couple of moves, which are going to be a lot of Aethermon left on the table, but I think that's where we are. So this side's going to grab the tortoise, and then horizontal is going to grab Tenablade, which is the stage 2, and last move, vertical player is going to grab Matchka. So we got the entire set, at least, of the cat, Fire Cat, and now the horizontal player can't make any moves because they can't go grab the elephant, Plant, because the vertical player is working on that set, and they can't come grab Wobblies because, again, the vertical player is working on that set. So at this point, the game is now over. So all of these points are points that we don't get to score. So they are going to leave. And then we're going to score up our points. So let's take a look here. Okay, so I've done is I've laid out all of our point scoring. So we have the 3 stage here, the 2 stages here, and the single stages here, and then all of the extra points. You do score points for these, so you don't get the bonuses. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 12 is 72. And then we have these 2 here, so that is 6 points and 6 points, which is another 12. And then we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. And then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points here. It is a low score of 122 points. And they have 4 tiers. You need to get at least 105 to become great. You need to get at least 120 to become impressive. So I guess that's us, 122, impressive. Heroic is 135, and then legendary is 142. And I have broken heroic once in my playthroughs, and usually I score a little bit better than that. But you know what? We're doing it on camera, so it's not as easy to keep as focused as what we're trying to do. But there we go. That's how you play Aethermon. What I love about this game is it sets up really quick, easy and fast to play. It makes you think of those old wood games, those like games with the pegs or the golf tees, and you'd be hopping things. The only difference really is that that game, once it's solved, it's solved. This one, because you're doing all this movement, these lateral or these orthogonal movements, and alternating and trying to get certain sets of Aethermon, this puzzle's a lot of fun to play solo. And I'm sure at some point people will become good enough to consistently score really high, but I've played a bunch of games and I'm doing okay, just barely hitting heroic on one time, and usually just in the upper end of impressive. This is my lowest scoring game ever, but that is alright because I got to show you how it works. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, go take a look and hunt down this game if you're intrigued. You can take a look at the Game Found campaign, or if it's out in the wild, then maybe you can hunt that down somewhere. So thank you so much for joining me today. Have a good one, and we will see you again next time. Bye-bye.